So it's time to get political. I was looking for a good segue into getting into politics on this channel, and I finally think I found it. We're going to cover this video from a YouTube channel called The Back 40. The title of the video is A Plea from a Farmer. And it sparked something in me that fired me up enough to say this is the video where this channel is going to transition. I know, it's scary. We're going to transition from religion to a mixture of religion and politics. So let's get into it. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Will, your favorite rural campaign and elections expert. Listen, every time I do a video on farming and ranching, I get some version of the following message in my comments section. Well, it's your fault you voted for him. FAFO. You're getting what you deserve, etc., etc., etc. Well, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is take a few minutes to watch my videos, okay? Because if you do that, you're going to know right off the bat that I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I'm a farmer and I didn't vote for Donald Trump. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of farmers out there just like me who did not vote for Donald Trump. And listen, guys, I get the whole FAFO response. The fact that 70% of farmers and ranchers voted for Donald Trump, and now the policies that he's implementing are devastating to small farmers and farm ranchers in this country. And I totally understand the response of saying they're getting what they deserve. It's their fault. FAFO.
I get what he's trying to say in this video. I get the message that he's trying to convey, but he doesn't know what FAFO means. And I'm going to agree with him that FAFO doesn't really apply here because the farmers already FAFO'd. They did this in 2016. They voted for Trump in 2016 and they found out there was record numbers of bankruptcies, record numbers of small farmer bankruptcies in the US. And they voted for him again with larger numbers than they did in 2016. They voted for him again in 2024. They already found out. The problem with this video, and we'll watch a little bit more, but the problem here is that the farmers don't care about their farms when it comes to politics. They don't care. It's evident when you have record numbers of bankruptcies, upwards of like 20%, near record numbers of bankruptcies, right? And then in 2021, the bankruptcies dropped by half. After Trump leaves office, the bankruptcies decline. He gets in office, they increase to near record numbers. He leaves office, they decline. And they voted for him again. It's almost like there's something else that they're voting for that's not their farms, right? But let's keep watching.
All I'm asking you to do is take a minute to think through the ramifications of that attitude, though. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm not telling you you're right. I'm just asking you to think through the ramifications of that way of thinking. Would you hold everyone else to the same standard?
Yes.
Would you say that because a large number of white women in this country voted for Donald Trump, then everybody should suffer the consequences?
That's not something people say. That's just the reality of the situation because a large number of people voted for Donald Trump. Should everyone have to suffer? No, but that's just the reality of the situation is they do. So I don't know what he's trying to say here.
A female in this country? Would you say that because a large number of young black men voted for Donald Trump that all African Americans should suffer the consequences?
Should? No, but they will. Nobody's saying because a large number of a certain group, whether it's farmers, black people, women, whatever, because a large number of them voted for Trump, that the people who didn't should suffer. That's just the reality of the situation.
Of what Donald Trump does to harm them?
Now, to flip that, the people who did vote for Trump, yes, they should suffer. The people who did not should fight against. It's pretty simple.
I'm just asking you to give the same grace to the American farmer and rancher that you would give to anyone else in this country. And I'm not.
Absolutely not. They lost their grace. They lost their empathy. They lost their sympathy when they voted for him again in larger numbers in 2024 after seeing the devastating consequences of the Trump administration in 2016. Why is this hard to understand? we he, he I'm just going to go on a rant here. He goes on to say that we need to convince these rural farmers that voted in large droves for Donald Trump that he is not good for their business. He is not good for their farms. That's what pretty much the rest of this video is saying. We need to flip the script. We need to we need to convince these farmers that Trump is no good for them. But they already know that. They learned that. They FAFO'd already. They don't care. As I was saying earlier, it's almost like there's something else that might be convincing these farmers to vote for Trump, and it isn't their farms. It's not. They would gladly light their farms on fire and watch it burn as long as some LGBT book was used as the kindling. The LGBT community makes these people sick. And seeing a book in a public school with a cover like this, if that book was used as the kindling, they wouldn't even use their puke to put out the fire because it might save the book in the meantime. They don't care about their crops. They don't care about policy. All they want is to oppress the LGBT community, get immigrants out of their country. And if you say that's crazy, they wouldn't vote for an administration just because of those two things at the expense of their family farms. Well, sorry, but you're wrong, because they did. They did it again. 2016, you can have the grace, you can have the empathy. 2024, when you do it again after seeing the consequences, no, sorry. The time for empathy is over. It's over. It's done. These people don't want to see their farms restored. They want to see immigrants kicked out of their country. It's more important to them. They want to see God in the schools, LGBT out of the schools, guns in their homes, because for some reason, the lie has been told over and over and over again that the Democrats are coming for your guns, a thing that has never happened. In fact, it was Trump who banned the bump stock. They don't want their crops to be sold. They don't want policies and practices that help their farms. They gave that all up when they voted for him again. All they care about is gays, gods, guns, and immigrants. You don't have to convince them that they need their farms. You need to convince them to get rid of their generations of hate, bigotry, racism that is bred into their very blood from their pappy's pappy and their pappy's pappy. So sorry, the back 40, your strategy, while noble, has been proven to be ineffective.